Tony Mark. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Trish.
Mrs. Brew? Miss Langless?
Here.
Mr. Marraro?
Here.
Mrs. Steigerwald?
Here.
Double motion to excuse Mayor Brew.
I make a motion to excuse Mayor Brew.
Second. Miss Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Marraro?
Yes.
Mrs. Steigerwald?
Yes.
Approval of the agenda. Any questions on the agenda this evening?
I move to remove the closed session from today's agenda.
Second. Steigerwald, Langless. Okay, Mr. Marraro?
Yes.
Mrs. Steigerwald?
Yes.
Miss Langless? Yes.
Approval of the regular minutes of the meeting of May 20th, 2026. Do I have any questions or do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the minutes for the regular meeting of May 20th, 2026.
Second. Mrs. Steigerwald?
Yes.
Miss Langless? Yes. Mr. Marraro?
Yes. Moving on to approval manifest 2026-11. Ricky, do you have any questions tonight?
I had a couple questions. There are a couple of items on there that have to do with the baseball, softball field from October, paying for some work that was done. Is that an annual expense?
Is it,
Parks and Rec. What page, Ricky?
Hold on. Sorry.
Page 2 maybe?
It's the second page, towards the bottom, the professional services.
that's,
Yes.
yeah, that's usually an annual thing, that we do for either, weed control, weed and turf, they do around the baselines, and all of those, yeah, they kind of take care of all the parks.
Okay, thank you.
Sarah, any questions on the manifest tonight?
No.
I have none. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the manifest for the total, you do the total, right?
Name,
Yep.
say the name of the manifest. The
For the manifest.
This whole line.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. 2026-11 in the amount of $399,421.82.
Support?
Miss Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Marraro?
Yes.
Mrs. Steigerwald?
Yes.
Answers the previous manifest questions. I don't think we had any, Dan. Okay. Moving on, public comment. Any item of interest. Anyone in attendance wishing to address the council on any item of interest shall do so at the podium now. State your name and address for the record. Comments shall be limited to 3 minutes per person. We have none. Public comment. Agenda items. Once again, anyone in attendance wishing to address the council on an agenda item only shall do so at the podium now. State your name and address for the record. Comments shall be limited to 3 minutes. No, none there either. Public hearing.
So we'll need a
Yeah.
motion.
Yeah, so, do I have a motion to go into public hearing?
Do I need to say what it's for?
You can,
Read out the whole thing or just the,
you can read the whole thing.
okay. I make a motion to move into public hearing for item 1, fiscal year 2025-26.
Can I make a correction there?
Yeah, fiscal year 2026 to
26,
2027, operating capital improvements budget, all other funds, fee schedule, and property tax millage rates.
We need to, yeah.
Second?
Okay, Mr. Marraro?
Yes.
Miss Steigerwald? Mrs.
Yes.
Steigerwald? Miss Langless?
Yes.
Mr.
So this is our public hearing for the 26-27 budget. This is the product of over 2 months of public workshops that we've had, everything that we've been discussing during those workshops is what is in this proposed budget. I have a budget memo that kind of provides highlights. I would ask if you guys would like me to touch on any highlights, or are you comfortable with what was discussed? It's your prerogative.
Yeah, I think I don't need to touch anything.
No?
you-
I'm good.
you know, Sarah?
As well, yes.
You guys know, I will say we are not raising the mill levy.
Yes. We are not raising the mill levy. Again, excuse me, folks, so.
So if anyone in the audience would like to speak on the budget, this is the public hearing, and you are able to do so at this time.
I don't see anybody rushing the podium, so. Let's move on to item,
You want to close the public hearing, Grant?
close it first.
Yep. Dan, is there anything closing you want to talk about the budget? Is it all?
I mean, this is, again, everything we talked about. Again, no, the mill levy is not increasing. There's not a lot to really go over. I mean, there's some capital things, police department, we know we have a vehicle in there, radio, vehicle, public works. We did add for the Knights Kingdom with the possibility of getting some donations. We can reduce the transfers from utility funds. We do not have any planned projects for major local streets, as we're waiting for the idea of what service lines we need to replace. We have the non-union pay rates. The service rates, which those are outlined as well. Those are.
Which we're over line, by the way, so.
Yeah, we have so we have each of these has a resolution, and the fee schedule has its own as well.
And all this will be published for public knowledge.
Yep, the draft budget has been published 3 weeks ago, Trish. So that's been available for several weeks.
Thanks, Mr. Stolman. The motion of the public hearing?
I make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second?
Ms. Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Mararo?
Yes.
Mrs. Steigerwald?
Yes?
Moving on, action items. Item number 2, resolution 2026-13, fiscal year 2026-2027 operating budget, all funds. Van?
So I'm just trying to think on what I want to approach. Would you like to skip to the rate resolution discussion first? Simply because these other resolutions have the electric, the wastewater, and water within them. So if you want to first discuss the rates prior to the approval of those funds,
Would that be a tabling?
Move it up. Move it up.
Make a change?
Yeah, you can do a motion to take them out of order versus amending the agenda, because the agenda's been set, so.
I guess if you're, we've discussed these several times, there's not going to be any changes to what we have in here, then it's just a discussion.
And when we get to the rate part, I can explain what's going on.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, so we're going in order?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So this first resolution is it's approving all fund revenues and expenditures, this is general fund, major local streets, utility, wastewater, water, DDA, museum, fire department, and rec.
Any questions, comments?
No?
Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve Resolution 2026-13, the fiscal year 2026-2027 operating budget for all funds.
Second?
Mr. Mararo?
Yes.
Mrs. Steigerwald?
Yes?
Ms. Langless?
Yes.
Item number 3, 2026-14, General Appropriations Act.
So this is,
Just read the top.
the general fund
Resolution
is, kind of
first.
breaking out a little more information, for each and every line item within that general fund.
Yes, it is. Do you have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution 2026-14 General Appropriations Act.
Support?
Mrs. Steigerwald?
Yes?
Ms. Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Mararo?
Yes. Item number 4, resolution 2026-15, major streets and the local streets fund transfer. Dan?
So this is just something we're able to do. Major streets typically receives more money in shared revenue, and we have more local streets than major streets, so we're allowed to transfer 50% of that fund to local rates. This is more cautionary, as we don't have many things planned. This would not really be implemented unless we find ourselves in a situation where we had to do road work that we're not prepared for and running low on local. So it's an option if we needed to cover a deficit down the road this year.
Thank you. Do I have a resolution?
I make a motion to, wait.
Approve resolution 2826.
I make a motion to approve Resolution 2026-15, Major Street to Local Street Fund Transfer.
Second.
Ms. Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Mararo?
Yes.
Mrs. Steigerwald?
Yes?
Item 5, resolution 2026-16, pay rate for non-union employees for fiscal year 2026 and 2027.
So these are all the rates that are not covered under a union contract, myself, police chief, assessor, fire chief, seasonal workers. A few changes here. Seasonal workers, we increased those rates a couple of months ago in order to attract summer help. Those are reflected here with no change. The police chief we did an 8% increase, if you recall from the workshops. Typically, the supervisor union follows, or the non-union follows the supervisor's union. When the police chief got his raise in that fiscal year, the supervisor's union had not been finalized. So we did a 2.5% for this current year. And then when the supervisor's union got approved, it was a 8 and a 7%, I think. So normally he would have followed that 8%. Instead he got 2.5%. So this year, I'm suggesting 8% for the chief. Myself was a 3% in this budget.
Questions?
No?
Nope.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 2026-16, pay rate for non-union employees for FY 2026-27.
Oh, support?
Mr. Mararo?
Yes.
Mrs. Steigerwald?
Yes?
Ms. Langless?
Yes.
Moving on to item 7.
No,
Yeah.
6.
6, I'm sorry. Item 6, resolution 2026-17, general utility and service rate resolution for fiscal year 2026 and 27.
Do you want me just to hit on the ones that are changing?
Yeah, let's talk about what we're adding, and then we can get into a little bit of why and what it does for the budget.
So one thing that's in this that was already approved, but wasn't done again, is the lead service line fee. That is that $7 monthly fee to cover the mandated replacement of the lead service lines. So that was implemented or approved by council a couple of months ago. That will hit the ratepayers in their June utility bill, and there will be the notifications will continue to go out until then. So that one's approved. That is a new fee that we have to do for specifically to go for replacing those lead lines. The electric utility, we had a 0.5 cent per kilowatt increase, and the flat rate was a 6%, and that equaled to 78 cents a month. The water fund and sewer fund under ordinance is increase of cost of living, and a max of 6%. In the water fund, we did a 20 cent per 1,000 gallons, and the flat rate of about 3%. So only 0.5% above the required ordinance. Again, it's the $7 charge. Sewer fund, it was 27 cents per 1,000 and a 2.5% flat rate. Those 2.5 is 3%, that essentially covers inflationary costs in operating. And the per 1,000, the same kind of operating salaries have gone up, everything goes up every year. These are trying to match that. All of these funds that have these increases are balanced, some with some additional funds at the end of the day, not a lot.
Yes.
Those are all the changes.
Dan's final point, this it keeps the funds in the black. Yes, there will be very small surpluses for the most part to some of the funds, but it gets to at least a balanced budget, which is, of course, we need to have by state law. So, back to the big item that we talked about, past the $7 a month for the lead line replacement. That is mandated not only by the state of Michigan, but the federal government. And as of right now, it's very gray on how much help we may or may not get. But excuse me, for this year, it's looking highly likely that we'll have to foot the bill ourselves. This project will be a very large project. It's going to cost an enormous amount of money, unfortunately. And we're right now looking at 10 years?
The current mandate is to complete it within a 10-year period, which equates roughly for us about 70 lines per year, which would be about $700,000 per year. The fee that we're implementing does not cover even close to 70. It covers about between 12 and 16 lines, depending on the situation, for about $130,000. We do have an application out there to hopefully receive a 50% grant, or if anything, a low interest loan. However, between the city's median income and the township's median income, because we service parts of the township, we have to take into account their median salary, and combined, the state considers us not burdened or overburdened. We may not be eligible for anything other than our own pockets.
Yeah, so as I spoke before, when we actually passed the $7 a month lead line fee, we don't know what this thing's going to cost. We are taking a conservative approach to the rate right now, and just going for the 12 to 16 a year, knowing that we have to hit 70 a year, because we're hopeful that in the future, either the federal government or the state government will step up, and there will be some funds available. That said, there's no guarantee. So this is going to be a big one for us over the next 10 years, for everybody, all of taxpayers, homeowners, and the city itself.
And just to kind of give some understanding of what this project is, the water service line from the main to the home is almost always the part of the homeowner's system. It's the homeowner's line. It's their responsibility to maintain, to replace, just like their internal plumbing. With the lead rule, it switches. Those homeowner responsible lines are now the responsibility of the water utility if they in fact have lead line or previously connected. So for the one-time home, the utility now is required to replace those, and we are not allowed to put the burden on any single home. The burden has to be the utility across the board, so those who have copper lines will also be paying the fee to support the lead replacement. So it is a
And just so the public's aware, there is no lead issue with our water system.
We've had
Good point.
no
Yep.
lead. We do testing, and we have no lead results.
Yeah, we gotta dig them up and make sure. We gotta dig them up and physically inspect them.
You'll see more of that this summer.
Yeah.
Of the people notice digging little holes in the curb that to check, to spot check, randomly selected homes to see what their connection is. If you find one in that area, likely that area has had others. So we figure about 700 is our total for about a $7 million project.
And there'll be all sorts of more great news to come from this project as we move on down together.
And we're not alone. I mean, every municipality is on this track.
Yes.
A lot of them have already implemented these things 10 years ago, because it started, I believe, in 18 is when the new rule came out. We've had 2 grants worth about $700,000 or $800,000 to do those inspections. And so now we're working for the money to do the replacements.
For those that are wondering where it kind of came from, if you remember back about maybe, what is it now, 12?
Flint.
10,
Yeah.
12 years ago,
Yep.
when we heard Flint had that terrible drinking water issue, that's where this whole thing stems from. So, and it's just not Michigan, it's everybody. So, anyway, like I said, more to come. We're here if people need more, understanding and answers as we get on. We will be sharing with you, during our meetings.
I'm always available in regular business hours to speak to anybody about the budget in general or.
Yeah, yeah.
Also to mention too, the $7 was like the medium amount, right? There were 3 different amounts we had to choose from to put, you know what I mean, in the bill. And the 7 was kind of the medium when we chose, because we didn't want to go the high.
Yeah, we actually.
The higher way.
Probably, like I mentioned earlier, it's probably a real conservative figure for us.
Right. So we tried,
Yeah.
we didn't just slam
You're
it.
responsible, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
rates probably do 70, it's probably in that 40 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we hope to see here in the next year if we will get that grant and we'll continue to apply for it. Things, guidelines change to open this up more.
Anybody else? Anything to add? Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve Resolution 2026-17, General Utility and Service Rate Resolution for fiscal year 2026-27.
Second?
Mrs. Steigerwald?
Yes?
Miss Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Mararo?
Yes. Item 7, special event request, Dickinson Area Pride and Alliance Picnic, Marion Park Pavilion. Yeah.
So this is a special event in the Dickinson area, Pride and Line, for a picnic at both pavilions in Marion Park. Sometimes we don't always do special events for private events, but it is a public event with between 50 and 100 people. Don't see anything in here. We did talk about food. We did tell the organizers that they're doing a potluck, that being a public event. We have to get health code certification for serving. Instead, they mentioned they weren't going to do that. Possibly have food trucks, which we haven't heard back if we're having food trucks or not, but generally would be permitted with this as long as they meet the criteria, which they would from a distance of brick and mortar. Overall, for the time, 2:30 to 6:30, June 27, I don't see any issues.
Any questions, comments? Motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the special event request of Dickinson Area Pride and Alliance Picnic, Marion Park Pavilion.
Support?
Miss Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Mararo?
Yes.
Mrs. Steigerwald?
Yes?
And number 8, police department purchase request squad car. Dan.
So we have in this current budget a police vehicle. We have in the upcoming budget a police vehicle needing 2. We've got the 25 that we purchased last year. And we have the 21, and we have the 19 that is total. So we're down to total by incident with the deer. And the insurance company valued it as a total loss at the estimated value of $14,000 and after a deductible of $13,500. While looking at this particular incident, what we discovered is we get full cost replacement for 5 years on a vehicle. So this 19 obviously exceeded that. So kind of what we're looking at, trying to get going at some point is a rotation to keep these vehicles within the police for 5 years. DPW, electric, not as concerned about going beyond 5. The nature of their work is very different than the nature of the police. The police obviously run a much higher risk of car incidents. So with the knowledge of that, and we're looking at, one, we're needing another vehicle throughout. We're looking at another 25 Interceptor. They have those on the lot currently, so we can get that in this fiscal year. The thing with the 5 years is not on when you take deliveries, the model year of it. So buying a 25, while brand new, that puts it at a 4-year. Going into this next fiscal year, we were waiting, trying to get the 27 to maximize the 5-year. So the thought here is we have the Interceptor from our Town and Country here for $46,380. There is the cost to upfit them, radios, cages. I had in my memo estimated around 10. Chief Wilkie was thinking more around, probably more around 13. The idea here is thinking the $13,500 we would put towards the upfitting, and then we would purchase the vehicle through the budget funds. Now, what used to happen is we get the USDA, or whatever it was, grant for a portion. We have not been getting that the last several years. No one really has. We are no longer counting on those grant funds. We will continue to apply for it, but we just cannot count. So, again, this one is in this current fiscal year that closes July 1. The 25 on the lot, so we get it in this fiscal year. And then after July 1, we're going to look towards the 27th again to maximize the 5-year. And now on the 27th, we're looking at the pickup for the police.
I'd like to thank Chief Wilkie for going over getting multiple.
A lot of quotes. A lot of quotes on cars in here.
Yeah, we have, and what's in here, just there's the Interceptor, which we have now. There's Tahoes.
Yeah.
I believe there are Durangos, which is not a preference. And then, of course, there are the pickup trucks, which we're looking more towards waiting for that 27 model year. The cars, the sedans, just are not coming around anymore. They're sticking, manufacturers are sticking with the SUVs and the pickup trucks for police-rated vehicles, the Interceptor. So this would give us 2 Interceptors, the 21 Dodge, and the upcoming police truck. Now, what this will get us into, so there's going to be a moment here where we will have to exceed one of these vehicles in that 5-year mark, because we're trying not to get into a situation where we have to get 2 vehicles in a year based on that 5-year rotation. So from a cost standpoint, we're just going to be careful as much as we can with one of these 25s to start to get into a rotation where we're doing 1, not 2.
We're probably gonna have to go with this for your, with the insurance for this thing.
Yeah, once we get it, if we get this Interceptor and then vehicle in this next budget, then we're gonna have to sit on it probably for a year and skip 1 or 2 to get that actual rotation in. So we're gonna have to run one of those Interceptors beyond that 5 years, and now we're kind of doing the best we can to relegate it to the safest of day trips and things like that.
I still want to make sure we're looking at trucks in the future, even though they're more expensive, because we get so much more use out of them.
Yeah, and that,
After the 5 years.
that will be our request in this new budget for the truck. And especially, if we need to turn these over in 5 years from the standpoint of insurance, that will provide the other departments, which is the plan for pickup trucks, to send those down to them, and they're gonna be sent down to them with a little more life in them going forward, because of the 5 years.
For sure. Any questions?
So the 13,500 would be covering the cost of the radios, cages.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for, from a motion standpoint. I would not do anything with the upfitting. I would instead just do the motion for the vehicle, and then when we get the finalized quotes for the upfitting, we can do that.
And then go from there with that. Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
We have a motion?
I make a motion, we approve the purchase of a 2025 Ford Interceptor Police, a 4x4 vehicle from Town and Country Sales for $46,380.
Second?
Mr. Mararo?
Yes.
Mrs. Steigerwald?
Yes?
Miss Langless?
Yes.
Moving on to discussion items. I see we have none. None?
Correct.
Okay. Mayor, council comments. Sarah, you have anything for tonight?
Actually, yes, I wanted to thank, the linemen in this town. I had an electrical issue in my house and, I was amazed with the lineman that came out off duty. He came out and helped, and there was a wonderful person that came to with the emergency services and helped as well, and it was just amazing. I'm really proud of the town that I live in. It is amazing to live here.
Because you get special treatment because you're a council.
No, actually, no. No, none of them know me. Nobody knows me. But honestly, I really am. I really felt blessed. It was amazing to have such wonderful people, and I'm just really happy. When we voted in Lineman Day for Norway, I was like thinking I was really glad that we did that because they were just great people, and I'm proud to live here, and I'm happy. So that's all I have to say. Just very thankful.
Ricky?
First, I wanted to congratulate both the softball and baseball team for being district champions. I also wanted to make people aware, on May 20th, the House passed a bill package that would reduce property taxes, but it's not well thought out, in my opinion. It sounds like it's a great idea. However, it leaves over $5 billion deficit, and that impacts schools, the municipality, and road funding. And they haven't passed anything to replace it. In my opinion, I don't like it when they play these kind of games because you just heard us. We have to put a $7 monthly charge on to, replace lead pipes. But in the meantime, they're also trying to cut other funding. There needs to be a better way. They need to talk across the aisles. Thank you.
Thanks, Ricky.
Mr. Carlson?
Not much other than to echo Ms. Steigerwald's comments. The Norway girls this year, your Lady Norway Knights, won the district championship in volleyball, basketball, cheer, and softball now. And the boys had a heck of a year with both football, basketball, and won their regional qualifier game this evening, right before we started. So they play Saturday, I believe, on the East End, and the girls play in Lake Linden on Saturday for the regional competition. So it's proud for the community, and the school's out. Usually this is where Candy jumps in, or Rico, or somebody says, school's out. Be careful with the kids running around. There's going to be kids on bikes, kids out enjoying our community, and keep an eye out. Additionally, just as another heads up, the council has made blight a priority. We're continuing to issue tickets, looking at dilapidated structures. I'd rather be proactive. If there's an issue or you have a building that needs to come down, contact the city to give us a heads up, discuss it, come up with a plan, versus waiting for like a ticket or something. It's better to be proactive. And we are continuing to be aggressive with that, both unfortunately in court here and there, and working with the community to make sure we're getting compliance. And most people have been compliant. So I want to thank the community for trying to make an effort to keep our community beautiful. We all take pride in it, both not just in sports, but in the community as well. And there was one other thing, but I can't remember what it was after my blight discussion, so,
Oh, it was so eloquent, I mean.
well, do my best.
Yeah, I mean, you're a lawyer,
Oh,
obviously.
one more thing, out to lunch, or out to our downtown music in the park will be starting up shortly.
Yes.
So with the great weather we've had, that starts next Thursday. Music in the park will be starting up, so looking forward to a return to Mayberry-esque evenings in downtown Norway.
Wow.
Yep.
Are you on?
That's what I think of when I see it.
It is a little bit. I agree.
Just a couple, the blight stuff for Nancy, that's correct. We issued about 45 notices for just grass in the last week or so. Typically, we get complaints on those. Same thing with the dilapidated garages. If you have one, get a notice, contact us, we'll work with you to get it taken down. We had some buildings that are scheduled to be taken down voluntarily, which is good. The music in the park and open air, June 11th, I believe, so Thursday after next Thursday, we can start that. And just a reminder, we have an open council seat. So we are accepting letters of interest, and there is a committee application to fill out. The council will review those and make an appointment to fill the remainder of the term for Rico, who won this opportunity.
Which will then be, that person will have to run this November for reelection.
No.
And I think
You do not fill, you do not,
I can't remember if it's
No.
filling the term or if it's
No.
wait till the next election.
It's the
it's
next,
not the term, it's the next election.
no,
No, it's not gonna be a
It's
year from this summer.
2027,
Yeah.
November.
He had a 4-year term, he was not even a year into it, so yes, it's the next, the first election after, yeah. So you'd have to run in 27. Okay. Anything else, Ben? Trish?
no.
I would just like to echo many of the comments, especially Ricky and Mr. Carlson's about the lady nights and the white nights. Great year, fresh curriculars for the school system, very proud of them all. I wanted to talk about the budget process a little bit and what goes into it. It's a very, very in-depth process, a lot of time given, a lot of emotions run through those things, as we don't really like to raise rates, obviously. We don't want to raise taxes. It's sure not my DNA, but things have to keep going, things have to move forward, have to be realized, some things. But I want to thank my fellow council members and of course Mayor Brew, who's not here tonight, and our former councilman, Mr. Magee, for another, well done budget year and getting through the wars together. So,
No.
thanks, guys. Besides that, enjoy the weather, be safe, and we'll go from there. Anything else? Do I got a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Support?
Miss Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Mararo?
Yes.
Mrs. Steigerwald?
Yes.